Hey, Brian from Snake Bytes here. Over the years, we've noticed that certain color mutations can actually affect personality and sometimes even production. We're going to take a look at some of those. You're watching Snake Bytes. Over the past years of breeding snakes, we've noticed that certain color mutations have consistent personality traits linked to them. Take, for instance, this ivory ball python. They seem to be very tame. At first, we weren't sure that it was just coincidence, but over the several generations that we've been working with this animal, every single ivory ball python we breed is super tame. I think there's more to it. Here's another example of a super tame snake that happens to be a white animal. Even though it looks a lot like the ivory, this is actually a blue-eyed leucistic ball python, or a super lesser. I've been working with these guys for 6 or 7 years, and I can honestly say not even one time has one even tried to strike at me. On the other hand, like these super cinnamons, they happen to be extremely aggressive typically. We've been working with these guys for several years, and I can honestly say I don't think I've ever had one that doesn't seem to be pretty aggressive. You can see the S strike and the way it's kind of going after my hand. It's ready to strike me anytime if I get too close. So I'm going to stay back a little bit, but for some reason, the personality trait with super cinnies are more aggressive. These spider ball pythons have what a lot of people in the hobby know as a head wobble, which basically means that their head can wobble a little bit, or in this case you can see it actually goes upside down or sideways a little bit. It's kind of a quirk that happens in all of those spider ball pythons. Some of them have it a little worse and some of them you can barely tell, but they all have it a little bit. But what's really interesting, along with that wobble, it makes their personality really great. They're really super tame animals and they just kind of act a little strange. I've been working with albino Burmese pythons since I was 17 years old, and it's not a personality trait that goes along with the mutation, but it is still interesting. They seem to be a higher production animal than even normals, and that's a really rare thing, that a mutation would actually have a better producing quality to it than a normal snake. But for some reason, every time I breed an albino Burmese, I get really high production and really high fecundity. Before taping today, I tweeted about today's show topic that we'd be filming on, and a few people chimed in. In this case, Loon Unit talked about his piebald and how it was a really lazy animal, and come to think about it, I've been working with pies for probably 12 or 13 years, and they all are really lazy. They're not even really aggressive breeders, so I couldn't agree with him more.
This is Allie with More for the Week, and today I have a ghost Mojave spider. And what's cool about this is a history of different morphs, like its name states, a ghost, a Mojave, and a spider. This has been Allie with More for the Week. Tune in next week.
Ever since I've been raising snakes here at BHB, one snake that stays aggressive, no matter what, he's always an is a granite berm. Now, I try to tame these down. But, as you can see, if I can get them up, I'll show you. Here we go. Just what an he really is. Whoa. Yeah. George! Oh, God! Oh! Okay, as you can see, they never seem to tame down, no matter how nice I am to them.
After working in the ball python room for years, I've come to the conclusion that the lighter color of the snake, the more passive, as opposed to the dark snakes, just seem more aggressive. Those snakes are just
What do you mean, those snakes?
Well, I'm talking about the color of the snakes. They just seem
Why is
more
everything
intimidating.
about to be about color here? Why?
George, I'm just saying, settle down, first of all. Okay? I'm
Why
just
can't
saying
you love all snakes?
I do. They just seem a little bit more intimidating than the lighter color snakes.
All snakes are cool. We have tens of thousands of snakes here. Why can't you love all snakes?
I agree, George.
I love
but,
all snakes.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying from my opinion. It's basically an opinion, you know, that I'm saying. It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't seem like an opinion. It seems like a bias to me. I don't think you like dark snakes. I don't know why. Those dark snakes are just as cool looking as those light snakes.
Settle down. How about this? Take this for instance. When you were spot cleaning the ball pythons, you ran to a super cine.
Right.
It was trying to strike you. You got all freaked out, remember?
I remember that.
And then you moved to the ivory cage, a very light colored snake. You picked it up, you were talking to it, whispering sweet nothings in its ear, and you were fine with it, right? So can we at least agree on one thing?
What do you want to agree on?
That the lighter colored snakes will be more passive as opposed to darker colored snakes?
I'll say sometimes. I do love dark snakes, and I love light snakes. I love all snakes here.
Me too. I love them all equally.
All right,
Good talking to you, George.
Now, we don't have time to do the real hardcore research and scientific stuff to prove whether or not that personality or production is actually linked to color mutations. It's just something that we've noticed, and I'm working with snakes all the time, tens of thousands of snakes for 20 years. It's something that we know. I'd like to know if you guys keep snakes and you see some characteristics, make sure you comment down below, or even if you have an opinion about this show, go ahead and leave me a comment. I'll be reading them.
That's a good one. That's pretty good.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Stay away from Choose today. He has his blue bandana on. Watch out.
What does that even mean? Does it smell bad or something?
He only wears his blue bandana on the days he's pissed off. So stay away from him or he'll kick you in the nash.
What? Not Choose.
Yeah, it's just a big old puppy dog.
You must have said something to piss him off, George.
Watch your nads!
Oh, hey, boo-boo, I like your stupid bandana when you have a bad hair day. You're so Oh! The Choose?
And it kicked him in the
I don't have to say it, but I told you so.
Problem, dude, I was just messing around with him.
I don't even know. I didn't do anything.
Hey, Choose, how's it going?
You know, guys, I ain't feeling much better. I'm going to 7-Eleven. Will you gentlemen like anything?
I think we're fine. No, thank you.
Okay. I feel good.
Boy, is that guy weird.
I'm gonna kill him.
On this week's Comment of the Week on the Snakes as Pets vs. Breeders episode, the question was, what other hobbies do you have? And Nafaka12 said,
fresh saltwater biology, headbanging, and most everything that has to do with adrenaline. Skydiving, biking off a large building with a parachute, stunts, everything. I'm not slowed down by the fact that it might kill me. At least I'll be doing something I loved while I died.
yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You have to live your life to the fullest. Until next time, you guys keep sending me creative comments. I'm going to feature you on a future episode.
All right, guys, it's Cal's question of the week. There's many things that put me in a bad mood pretty damn quick. But the biggest one is probably bad drivers. Getting stuck behind a bad driver, that'll do it for me. Now, you've seen at the shop how people get really moody. I want to know from you guys, what will put you in a bad mood right away? Text, video, or comment below. Let me know.
There it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the show and even learned a little bit about color mutations and personalities, or at least what we observe here at BHB. Next week, we're going to be talking about the breeding season. And if you guys want to keep up to date with anything that's happening here, make sure to follow me at Twitter at SnakeBytes TV.